This morning, we are learning that Columbia University is restricting access to its Morningside Heights campus ahead of expected protests. And this comes as the Trump administration cracks down on what it calls agitators in campus protests. And now we're hearing from an activist who was detained by federal authorities for protests at Columbia. Eyewitness News reporter Reagan Medji is live in Morningside Heights with more. Reagan.
Yeah, and you see behind me that the campus is already set up. What's going to happen is that the alumni, guests, and students will have to enter that enclosed area. That is where they'll have to check in, show that they do belong on campus. This is just a protocol for the potential of protests and also protocol for the possibility of ICE visits today at the Columbia University campus. So this all on the heels over the weekend, federal immigration officials arresting Mahmoud Khalil, a Palestinian activist who played a role in Columbia University's pro-Palestinian protests last year. Khalil's attorney says the Columbia University graduate was detained while returning to his apartment and is being held at an ICE detention center. His attorney says ICE agents said they plan to revoke his student visa, even though Khalil is in the U.S. as a resident with a green card. Now, the Trump administration, if you remember, had announced on Friday that it was cutting $400 million in grants and contracts for Columbia University because of what it says were failures to fight anti-Semitism on campus. Now, Marco Rubio posting on X, quote, "We will be revoking the visas and/or green cards of Hamas supporters in America so they can be deported." The New York Immigration Coalition is reacting.
ICE agents or Department of Homeland Security, they actually can't revoke anyone's green card. You have to go through a court process.
Now, limited access to students, to guests, to alumni, not only happening here at Columbia University, also happening at Barnard College, because there is also a concern for protests later on this afternoon. We're live here outside of Columbia University in Morningside Heights. Reagan Medji, Channel 7, Eyewitness News.